Everything that rocks all day, the Big Dog 97.9. There is your featured artist today, Metallica. The one and only Metallica.
And you can, of course, use our Rocktober winning word every time you hear a double shot of Metallica to possibly win your Rocktober t-shirt. It's the 23rd. So time's ticking down. If you haven't gotten your Rocktober t-shirt yet, which I know there are some that haven't.
This final week goes so fast.
Very quickly. 8, 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. Those are your chances of double shots of Metallica.
Your word today, your Rocktober winning word for this hour is black. Black. B-L-A-C-K, black. Text that now to 417-659-9797. That's 417-659-9797. That is this hour's word. It'll be good for till 8:45.
And if you've already won your t-shirt, you can still text the word black. Gives you extra entries possibly into that Las Vegas trip.
The great 21st century philosopher Jennifer Aniston once said,
Is that what she is?
there are no regrets in life, just lessons. But for many people who aren't rich and famous, it can be hard to free yourself of regrets.
Okay. Yeah.
A new survey says 11% of Americans say they don't have regrets. Only 11%.
That's it?
That seems kind of low.
Oh, that's, yeah.
11% of Americans don't have regrets. The rest of us do.
It's hard to believe there's even 11% of people that don't have regrets.
Doesn't
Everybody have something?
And I agree with this right here. We're more likely to regret things we didn't do, 55%, than things we have done,
Okay.
32%.
It depends. Did what you have done send you to jail? You probably regret it.
That's,
You know,
yes,
it's
definitely.
stuff like that. Or maybe the way you treated somebody or, did somebody dirty or something. You might regret that. But yeah, I think that I could see where that would be true. It's the things you haven't done kind of deal.
We hang on to them. Apparently, 1 in 3 boomers regret things that span 3 decades.
Mm-hmm.
The average millennial says their biggest regret happened 11 years ago. Most people say as they get older, their decision-making is better,
Yeah.
I guess.
You hope so. Aren't we supposed to live and learn? As the great philosopher Jennifer Aniston says, there's no regrets, there's just life lessons. You should be better decision-making later in life.
Right.
I think so, anyway.
I probably only have one true regret.
Okay.
I guess I could that I think about that I'd be like,
You still think about
I wish I would have done that.
Okay.
Now I can't regret anything because where my life is and
Sure.
daughter and so everything because things would be different.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back, I do regret this one thing in particular,
Okay.
and that is turning down a full ride scholarship to play baseball because I didn't like their dorm rooms.
Yeah.
I didn't like their dorm rooms.
Yeah.
I look back on that and also was wondering where my grandmother was to not slap the you-know-what out of me going, because I could have played there a couple of years and then I could have transferred.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
But, yeah, I regret that decision because of why I made the decision. It would have been different if I made it for another reason. I made it because I didn't like their dorm rooms.
Yeah.
They were not up to, I guess, my standards at the time. And I'm
must have had very high standards.
Are you kidding me?
Well, dorm rooms suck. I've lived in them. They are not awesome.
And the shower is bad because you had to turn the shower. You barely could get in to shut the door. And it had a slider for the door for the toilet. And the cool thing is you shared. And that's the other thing is there was only 2 of us and we had our own bathroom.
Oh, that's better than the dorm room that I had.
Right. But
we had community ones at the end of the hall. There's
like
60 people trying to take shower, It was
I know.
No.
I know this makes it worse.
it does. You evidently hadn't seen most dorm rooms
I
yet.
had. That's the thing. So it had a sliding door because it couldn't have a door open either way because of the room. And the bathroom is so small. But it had a toilet and it had a sink right there.
Yeah.
Like boom, boom.
Right.
And the shower was off to the side, and you had to turn sideways
Yeah.
and shuffle,
Shimmy in.
and then you get in, and then you walk into the front of the shower. You had to do this like weird shimmy down this that was very narrow.
It wasn't
to
awesome.
get in because it was so small. But the fact that it was just only two of us had our own shower and bathroom, that's pretty sweet. I look back on it going, I was an idiot.
Well, you're young.
I was an idiot.
You just don't know. You're young.
Dumb.
Oh, I think all the young people are to a degree. There's some wise young people, but, you got to live. You got to learn a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything huge. I mean, there's some small little things. More just I wish I would have went. So I had some friends that went on a trip and tried to get me to go. And I didn't go for it because, I had a girlfriend here and I did have a job, but I could have gotten out of the job for a week or whatever. They went on this big grand tour of the country, more or less, and they camped all over the place in national parks.
That would have been fun.
And they went all the way through the Southwest and California and back around through the mountains. And I didn't go. Like, I just can't, guys. And truly, I had no money. I didn't have a lot. Neither did they.
Yeah.
They were camping and eating bologna and stuff, But they had a great time. And they got to see all kinds of things that I hope I get to see. I hope I get to make that good. But I didn't go. And I really regret not going on that trip.
That's why they say, do the things.
Do the things.
Do the things. You can only win one shirt. Only one shirt is allowed. But you can get qualified more than once.
For the Grand Prize Vegas trip, yes.
You win a shirt, you're qualified. And then from then on, if you
win again, you're got an extra
qualified.
Qualifier. Yeah. I don't know if you can count it the same. I regret not taking some money and chunking it into some various stocks and things at some point in my life, huh? But that's really easy to see now.
Now, because you might not have chosen those.
Exactly. I always do say there was one, but I wouldn't. It's not like I'd be retired on a beach right now, because I didn't have enough money to do that to start. But there was always, when the car bailouts happened, I was like, I want to buy some. They were so cheap.
Yeah.
And they're going to bail them out. And they may not be, but they were like $1 or $2 a stock at that time.
Yeah.
Could have bought a bunch of them and, tripled, quadrupled your money, whatever. Even if they got up to $4, you made a bunch of money.
You made quite a bit.
Yeah.
You put enough in.
And I never did that. Kind of wish I'd have done that. have bought Tesla stock 5 years ago for $21 a share.
Yeah.
It's 217 today. And that's not even the high point. It was 407 at one point. About a year, 2 years after you would have bought it.
It's actually dropped quite a bit recently.
It's dropped hard last year. It kind of up and down this year a little bit more, but
I got not enough to amount for anything, but I have some stock.
Yeah. Well, so do I in a retirement plan that I don't know what it is. That's the funny
Apple
thing.
and Amazon. And
I got some stuff that,
and
as part of a 401k that I don't know.
And a couple that may never do anything, but they might.
Sure. That's what you do instead of...
There's one of them that I wish I would have dumped more money into, because it literally, after I bought it, went, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh. And I think it'll still go up. I just don't want to. It's like, I bought it for that. I don't want to buy it for that.
Mm. I always love the stories of you hear the Walmart ones around here.
Yeah.
It's like ground floor Walmart employees that got stock options years ago.
For
nothing.
For nothing.
Nothing. They were given, they were just options, and they were given a lot of shares because it really wasn't worth a ton or whatever. And they worked there a long time, so they just keep racking up shares.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, it's like, well, that paid off pretty well. I mean, there were years of you worked for your wage at Walmart,
Yeah.
but once you cashed that in, it was a little different story.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that it's like, oh, now I can retire with a couple $1 million in the bank if I cash these in.
Yep. Or move on and do whatever it is I want to do or whatever, yeah.
Because they had gotten enough stock over the years.
Right. There's a talk of Spirit and Frontier merger on the airline front.
Yeah, because Spirit was going to go bankrupt.
Yeah, and Frontier wasn't doing awesome either. It's funny. I don't know that any of them ever claim they're doing well. The big ones, the small ones, the cheap ones, all of them are always hurting. It's a weird deal.
Hey, by the way, as you guys, it's National Slap Your Coworker Day today.
That's why I'm keeping my distance.
Mm-hmm.
I just know he's going to try to celebrate this hard.
Amy Adams.
Was this the chin hair thing?
Yeah, Amy Adams is a stay-at-home mom who turns into a dog in her latest movie.
What is it called? Like Night Bitch?
Night
something?
Bitch.
Night Bitch.
Because dog, female dog.
Yep.
She went tweezer free, she says. She says, quote, "The hair on my face, that was mine. I saw it as a wonderful expression of human experience without any artifice or filters or tweezers. I have that kind of hair that just grows overnight. One day it's not there. The next day I'm like a catfish."
A catfish is a great description. Just a few long whiskers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She goes, that might turn some people away.
Yeah. One of my kids a while back said something about ladies don't have mustaches. I was like, well, there's some.
It's just in society, they've made it where.
Yeah. I had a teacher that had quite a bit of chin.
That's where there's a lot of people that have right here
unibrow
that everybody not everybody, but a lot of people take care of that.
Oh,
If they didn't have tweezers and wax and all that other stuff, we would have a lot more.
I've got one kind of.
I used to have one more so than I do now. I think it's because
I never tweezed mine.
it.
The last time anybody did anything with it was when we got waxed that one time in here.
Oh, that's right.
They waxed my unibrow for me that day.
They did.
Maybe that kind of took care of it because it doesn't feel like too bad right now.
Thing, for guys, as you get older, you got to start worrying about your ears.
Dude, my nose hair's out of control. My nose hair, it's like her chin hair, grows long quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden,
boom,
ear hair becomes that way.
Nose hair.
You won't have anything, and then all of a sudden you'll have one that's like this long, just like.
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten them every once in a while, like random ones on the outside too, not down in there, like off the earlobe or something.
Well, what's this?
I don't know what you call that.
Whatever
Your
it
ear
is.
lump.
Oh, my ear lump loves to grow hair.
Yeah. But that one, it's all right. I can kind of just sweep that down into my sideburns, into my beard. It's fine. Just got to comb it in. My nose is went crazy, and my eyebrows. There's just a few hairs that grow way longer than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. That's Billy Crystal and Blazing Saddles. Now that I'm getting old, I'm getting hair where I don't want hair. I'm getting hair where I don't want hair, and I'm losing hair where I want hair.
It. Yeah.
Have you ever dumped someone or not dated them for something pretty petty?
Oh, petty. I can't say that that's been me necessarily, but maybe.
I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I don't know. I probably have.
Well, honestly, attraction's pretty superficial in the beginning anyhow.
True.
But if you're thinking of other things, we're thinking outside of that.
Some people put some of the things on a Reddit deal.
Okay.
Some highlights.
Yeah.
She was perfect.
Uh-huh.
Except she would snap her fingers whenever she said something she liked. Every conversation was peppered with snaps.
What do you mean, like something she liked?
This catfish is amazing.
Oh, catfish. Yeah.
Or
that's pretty strange. It would get old really fast.
Or she'll say something funny and then
wasn't that movie awesome?
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh man, I really loved XYZ movie.
Mm-hmm. That would get old.
Yeah. Very old.
Why you do that? Stop.
A guy did apparently a Beavis impression for her from Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
And that's when the woman realized that he looked too much like Beavis, and she goes, "I can't do it."
Oh, once
he did a too good of an impression apparently, and now all of a sudden, now all she can see is Beavis when she looks at him. Be careful with your.
It must have been an awesome impression.
Be careful with your impressions.
You just can't get the image out of your head anymore. Yeah, be careful with those. Like Chris, for instance, does a really good. The guy from It's a Wonderful Life.
Thanks. Yeah.
What is his name? Stewart?
Stewart.
Yeah, Jimmy
Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart. Chris does a fantastic Jimmy Stewart. He does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And if you just only ever saw him as Mary,
She did Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
Woman realized.
That's good.
Okay. Now, luckily, I don't think I pull off the look.
No, you don't look like him, no.
Which is good. On Tinder, a woman realized a woman always swiped left if she saw a guy holding an iPhone case. Or let me start over. On Tinder, a woman always swiped left on any guy holding an iPhone without a case because they said, quote, "I didn't need that kind of stress in my life."
Really?
Because you're going to break it.
She can't handle
and that's
it.
what she can't.
You cannot have a phone without a case.
You got to have a case.
No.
At least some kind of case.
This woman's really safe.
Yes.
She's really, and you know what? That isn't for everyone.
Right.
That is perfect for some, not for me necessarily. If you're that worried, I don't think I can be with you.
I feel like a lot of these are ladies about guys.
It's probably true.
Another one,
Okay.
a lady said, he had a Velcro wallet. If you have a Velcro wallet and you are not 10.
What is that? Is that it? You got to be 10? Can't have the Mickey Mouse Velcro wallet anymore?
At 10, it's okay. I think after that, I think you got to move on.
What if he's paying for like a fantastic dinner? What if he takes you to Wilder's or one of these really nice steakhouses? Do you care that he's breaking out the Velcro wallet? That Velcro wallet may have, hundreds of dollars in it that he got from his grandma for his birthday.
For this lady, that was a deal breaker.
Man, I hadn't thought about a Velcro wallet in a long time.
I didn't know they still made them.
I didn't either. Used to have some.
Somebody I know listening has to have one.
Please,
right
do you?
And if you do,
send us a picture.
Yes, and defend yourself.
Why? Why do you stick with the Velcro wallet?
Still, yeah.
That's a good question.
Next, a guy spread ketchup across his entire plate at breakfast.
Okay.
Then chopped his food up into one big pile. And yes, pancakes were involved.
Oh, God, you had me. All right.
Yep.
Look, I love the breakfast bowl sort of thing.
Good stuff.
But pancake, no. That isn't part of the breakfast bowl. That's pretty weird. That is. I know a girl that, this seems like it'd be a deal breaker for me, uses ranch for everything, including steak. No matter how good of a steak it is even that they get, they ask for ranch.
I don't think it would be a deal breaker.
Strange to me.
I'm not. It is strange.
It's so strange,
especially a good steak.
Even when it's a good steak.
If it's a bad steak, yes.
Whatever.
Cover it with something to
hide the fact it's a bad steak.
I'm gonna have to chew it for an hour. Now, if it's a really good steak, I don't like anything.
Exactly. Well, if it's good, you shouldn't have anything because it's good. But to dunk it in ranch, that's a bad deal. Oof.
We got a couple of texts in.
Okay, good.
417-659-9797. If there's you've dumped anybody for a petty reason, like any of them that we're talking about, you can text us 417-659-9797. We got one. The person didn't use turn signals. And then they said, if you can't communicate on the road, you can't communicate in real life. Good reason. I like that.
It's pretty good. Oh, man. I got one here for you.
All right.
Again, off the text line. This seems like it would get most of us. He made loud mwah noises whenever we kissed.
Mwah. Every time?
Every time.
Are you serious?
Mwah. Every time we kissed.
Oh, yeah, that might get old. If I had a girl that every time we kissed went mwah. Okay.
I don't blame them, really. I think I would be right there with them. That's good.
Another one. She had the same name as my mom.
Oh.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. That's something. I have a cousin named Jamie that married a girl named Jamie. We called them the Jamies.
The Jamies. Of course you would.
Strange? And they obviously it wasn't strange enough for them to not pursue that. They got married and everything,
What's your name? Jamie. What's your name?
Jamie.
No, that was his name. Jamie.
We are the Jamies.
And that's how they should answer it. Jamie. Hold on. We are the Jamies. That's the way it should say every time. And just with straight face.
Oh, 100% straight face. You got to do it.
We are the Jamies.
But I could see not dating somebody that has your mom's name.
I could see that too.
Yeah, it'd be a little awkward, I suppose.
There's moments that could get awkward.
Of passion, mostly. Yes.
Got one more. Again, you can text us 417-659-9797. And serious food allergies. And I thought, well, that's kind of lame and pretty petty. But then they give a good reason. It's just too much pressure knowing that if I kiss this person after I eat some peanut butter, I could kill them. They could die. That's a good point. Because I love peanut butter.
Me too.
And if I dated somebody that couldn't have peanuts, knowing the fact, especially if they were severely allergic, that if I sneak some peanut butter, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I love, and then we kissed later, and then they die.
I think I agree with that. You know what? I don't want to deprive myself of any food I like for another person. Yeah. I may love you more than I love peanut butter, but I doubt we'd ever get far enough into a relationship to find that out.
You know, talking about magazines the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Megan's was?
What?
Her favorite magazine growing up?
What's that?
Arabian Horse Times.
Oh well, that seems like that checks out for her.
She loves riding horses.
Yeah, big horse person. We didn't get a lot of magazine subscriptions or anything. Actually, I don't. We got them a little bit, I think. Here and there kind of thing. There for a while when magazines were still really trying to hold on and they were scrapping, there would be like fundraisers and stuff that would sell them. You remember that being a thing?
Yeah.
I got some at some points because they were really cheap. They would give you 6 months or a year for not a ton of money, and I'd buy them through these schools and things like that. That was nice. And I kind of enjoyed getting them.
There's a magazine called Details magazine. It was kind of like a more hipper, cooler version of like GQ magazine. Because GQ magazine was more high end,
highbrow. Yeah, sure.
Details was more. Yeah, they still had some expensive stuff in there, and but it was more like they would have like here's the 5 whatever beers, the 5 whiskeys. They would give you like lists of stuff like that. Clothing and all the other stuff, but they would give you a lot of other stuff that was more everyday person or guy, like in their 20s, and I was in my 20s at the time. I liked that magazine because then there was interesting articles in it as well that kind of fit. What it reminded me of is it was kind of a cross between GQ and like a Maximum or something along those lines, and a Men's Health, all kind of rolled into one.
Yeah. There were some huge brands. I mean,
or more like a men's journal. There was a men's journal that was kind of like the workout, but also had stuff. This is interesting. Maybe do this right before the deal. It's come out that Taylor Swift's net worth is $1.6 billion.
Okay.
What would some average things cost her compared to you? You
like,
know, like
as a percentage?
This is how much regular items feel like how they feel.
Okay.
Like if we were to go buy it, it feels like this price. If Taylor Swift goes and buys it because she's worth $1.6 billion, here's what it would feel like.
Okay.
Unless we want to not use her and we use a different angle.
Oh, that's not the worst.
I only got a couple of examples.
Well, that's okay. We don't need too many. Huh.
Something along those lines?
Actually, don't hate that.
I think Taylor's been good for Travis and on the outside of the football world.
I bet
he's killing it right now.
I bet he makes more money with her than he ever will.
Because he's in like 50 commercials. He's in a TV show. He does his podcast thing.
Yep.
I think he's on a game show now.
Is he?
Like Who's Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I think he's like the host of this on on one of the like Netflix or whatever it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I think's new. And I'm like, well, no wonder at the beginning of the season and some other stuff he's not catching passes. He was off shooting. He's in I feel like he's in every TV commercial out there right now.
He's in a bunch. And he's getting to the end of his career anyway, so he's capitalizing while he can.
Yeah. And him and his brother's podcast thing blew up.
It really did well. It did.
Yeah. And the fact that they make fun of each other is hilarious. There was a clip where him and Taylor, I guess, went to some event. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But they went to some event. And he had this shirt on it. And his brother was giving him crap. And it's like, who picked out that shirt for you? Did you look at what the designs were? And he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, well, that one picture, it looks like, horses penis of the horse there. It's got, what do you, and then he goes, and look over here. That lady's riding that guy. And he's like, what are you talking about? They're standing next to you. No, the one right below that, because there's these pictures kind of, they're right. And he's like, no, what are you seeing? How are you? And he goes, no, you look at that. That lady's riding that guy. No, they're just sitting next to each other. He's trying to defend it. And after he says it, you go, it looks like that lady's riding that guy.
Yeah. And those two guys, too, even before the Taylor Swift deal, Travis was.
Bill.
Just going to bring in Bill. He was always much more trendy, fashionable dude, and Jason strikes you as wears clothes from J.C. Penney's.
Yes. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce still going strong. Think it's been good for him. He seems to be in every commercial on TV now. He's in a TV show, does podcast. He's, I think, hosting a game show like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I think it's brand new.
Yeah, that's news to me. I hadn't heard about that until you just said that a minute ago.
So, again, he's got a lot going on.
Right.
Besides the football thing.
Sure.
And by the way, Hopkins, we just found out this morning, I passed along to you, that Hopkins, they traded for Hopkins from Tennessee. I think that's going to help him.
Yeah, well.
Because it'll help open up for Travis. So I think that's good.
Sure.
Well, his other half, Taylor Swift, it just came out that her net worth is $1.6 billion. She's the money.
Oh, I mean, everybody knew that the whole time. She was the money when this all started.
I am a professional football player, very successful with lots of commercials and all this other stuff, and I don't even make a tenth.
They're not in that kind of.
I know.
You know.
No, I think it's all good.
If they're well, but I would still, if I were him, I would still hope that she's paying for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, $1.6 billion. To kind of put that in example, $1.6 billion that she is worth.
Mm-hmm.
What would like if we went to go buy, a brand new iPhone? It's $1,200.
Okay,
that's how it feels to us. Is $1,200.
Sure.
What does it feel like to Taylor Swift to go buy a $1,200 iPhone?
Like nothing.
They did the math.
Mm-hmm.
Just what it would feel like to her.
Okay.
$1.87. Really? Yeah.
That's what it means to be a billionaire.
To
buy an iPhone.
To be worth
like
$1.5 billion, $1,200 for an iPhone would feel to you like if you went to the counter right now to go buy a brand new iPhone, it would be like plopping down $1.87.
Wow. That really puts it into perspective, I guess. Okay.
Some clothes, like we'll just say an article of clothing, like a pair of jeans, higher end, $98.
So that's more expensive than mine.
And I know that that's like 5 pairs for you.
It's probably more like 2 or 3. I buy if they were $98 jeans, I'd put them right back.
$98 jeans. That feels like 11 cents.
11 cents?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not in the same sandbox, Taylor and I.
We'll throw this out there. A 2024 Toyota RAV4 4.
Which she's not driving. But
no, But if you were to go buy a brand new 24.
What's the price tag on a RAV4?
$28,675, which isn't bad.
No.
That's actually the low end.
Not terrible.
Stripped down version.
Okay. The base model.
That $28,000 car would be like you dropping $32.66. $32.66 if you were $1.5 billion. Kind of puts it in perspective of once you become a billionaire.
You know what I've always said? I
how
wish
it feels.
I don't even care about being wealthy, but it'd be nice to be able to not look at prices on a restaurant menu. And Taylor definitely qualifies as that, right?
I just want this. And you don't even worry about it.
I don't care what it costs. I just order whatever I want to eat.
Yeah.
No matter where you go.
And Travis probably is going, okay, hopefully she's buying tonight.
Do you think he asked first? Who's paying? Oh, you are? Okay. I'll have the 2 lobster tails.
Again, he's in every commercial now. He probably's fine.
He's doing okay.
Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Jelly Roll quit Twitter for being toxic. The anxiety was written all over his face. Literally, he had anxiety tattooed across his forehead. Nicolas Cage is warning that AI will replace actors. And the only time audiences should wonder if something is real or not is when they look at his hair. Stanley Tucci went on a rant against people wearing sweatpants in public. I'm going to strongly advise Mr. Tucci not to fly Southwest anytime soon. And the new Matlock has been renewed for a 2nd season. Matlock will live on, even though some of the fans of the show will not. This is not headline news.
Hope everybody have a good day. Wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful. That shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Got our Wet Nose Wednesday coming in.